Carol's painting, Sunset on the Lake. Excellent contrast between the horizontal shapes, smaller shape up here, but then the bigger shape down here that really anchors the piece. Again, the bigger shape in the middle, and then the smaller shape up in here. And everything is connected through these vertical tree shapes. Good distribution of spaces. You got the big space right in here, smaller spaces. Overall, really, really well painted, loose, very nice loose style with some complex shapes for the grass. Again, limited palette, works really well. You know, practice, you don't have to have every color in your painting, but it looks really well. Well done. Good job, Carol. Okay, this one is Carol's Rooster Cafe. Let me see how the zooming in here works. Yeah, that works well. So this is the whole painting here. Excellent use of design as far as perspective and drawing. It's all about the sign, really. Everything supports that sign. Good harmony of color throughout. Good job, Carol. Sandra's Pondering the Dutch Mountains is this one it's called. This one intrigued me to just a variety of reasons. Number one, the overall warm feeling I got from the colors that were used in this one. It's just a lot of questions kind of come up. You know, are these ladies all related? Are they, you know, meeting for a reason? Just a really well done painting. Good job, Cassandra. Chantal's. This one, look at this one for use of line and how elements are leaving the painting. It's a very good example of how things should be leaving the painting in distribution. Look for units like this unit from here to here are different from here to here to here to here. So you got a big shape up in here and a little shape up in here. That's very important when you're designing how elements leave the painting or enter the painting. Great use of cools and warms, and how the what I call continents and islands as far as shapes. You've got big shapes down in here and little shapes, big continents and little islands. And I love how she painted this the sea foam in the mist. Good job, Chantal, rather. Cheng is calling this contractor. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Again, good use of space as far as putting this in on the paper. Big areas of quiet, calm, and surrounded by you know, the subject. Good portrait. Again, good use of paint. Chris, great job, Chris. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is called Not So Black and White. Look at this one, not just for the detail, but overall big shapes, and the flow and the dynamic flow of the grapes coming up and in here. You've got a nice line of the pears. And again, complementary colors, whenever you can use those, of the purple and the yellow. Great job, Chris. Christine, this one is struck my fancy as far as just the freedom and the joy of painting. Bright, bold colors, just a pure joy of what flowers bring and the feel of those flowers. She named it Flowers from My Garden, and you could actually feel the excitement and the joy of these flowers. Dan, good job, Dan. This one's called Say Ah. I actually laughed when I saw this one. It was just in the humor of it. But look at Dan's the way he exited his painting. He didn't feel like he needed to put the entire hippopotamus in. He used the largeness of the hippo and designed these spaces accordingly. It just feels like a huge object. I love how loose this is as well. Great job, Dan. Dawn. This one is a beautiful piece in just reflecting the patterns of kale. I think this is kale, cabbage, veined cabbage. I love the light on this one, the use of lights and darks, the contrast. The object is the center of interest is dead center, a little lower in the area, but overall it's great color combinations and great execution of the paint. Good job, Don. Debbie. This one is a beautiful painting for the abstract. I kind of considered this an abstract, but with elements of realism. The realism is actually in the shapes of the pears, but she overlays little abstract elements in this. Look for this as also this beautiful line of warm color coming in in a strong diagonal. Really great execution of line in this one. This lower right hand corner up against the top left, again, darks and cools in these corners that just really exaggerate that warm diagonal. Great job, Debbie. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Denny, this one's called Fastened. Great job, Denny. Beautiful piece. Let me zoom in on some of this detail. It's exquisitely painted. I love the old time watches, and but again, beautiful dark areas of just quiet, calm, complementing the warm detail, light areas. Denny, great job. Diane, this is a really nice piece, Diane. As far as design, limited color, and just the overall feel of this, as far as having a big dark shape right in here, and then little islands of dark in here, and then big areas of light, and the subtle grays of those light areas are less light at the edges, just, you know, so she's kept these beautiful areas of whites right in the middle there. That's great. Dongfeng, great piece, Dong. This is a exquisitely painted piece. Look at the, let me zoom in on some of this detail here. Good use of color. I love the overall simple shape of this piece. Big areas of quiet and calm with exquisitely painted portrait. This is called Touch of Light Snow in the Tibetan Plateau. Great job. Elaine, amazing piece here. Let me zoom in on some of this detail here. Oh, sorry. There we go. Elaine's cactus is just, again, a extremely complicated piece, but overall well designed. Look at these big shapes of blue agave with the barrel cactuses and these other I can't remember what the names of these cactuses are. Great design, good use of color on this one. Elaine, on the street where you live, again, good use of space, big shape over here, big shape over here, nice light distribution in off to the 1/3 here. And then she's given us little paths of light throughout the painting. It's just a really good feeling to this painting. Good job, Elaine. Another Elaine on the cows on the cameo. Camaro. Great shapes on this one. Again, look for subjects that have these interesting shapes, interesting colors and patterns. Big shapes up at the top here. And then just looking at this as an abstract, let me zoom out a little bit. As an abstract shape of lights and darks, but then also the verticals of the legs and then the horizontals of the shadows kind of all tie this together. Great example of, again, shapes exiting and entering the painting. Good patterns in here. Good job, Elaine. George. Again, 3 figures on a nice log resting. Good areas of detail surrounded by light areas of rest and relaxation. Good use of color in this limited palette piece. Ginger. Wait and wet, she's called this one. This is a prophetic piece, I would say right now, in that the airlines are kind of getting all wet right now. Very, very dreary times we're living in, and this kind of reflects in that. We will get back to blue skies, but good piece for the times, Ginger.